Hey everybody, welcome back into Lettermen Row. This is BuckIQ. He is Zach Boren. I'm Austin Ward. It's time for one of my favorite things that we do seemingly every other week now.
I think we've done it 20 times this year.
Chase Young, he's good.
So good. I mean, you say good and people are throwing around good, great. I mean, this guy hands down is the best player in college football. I mean, it's not even close, right? And I feel like that, people know about him, but after a game on national television, the way it was, a huge matchup against Wisconsin, for him to dominate the game the way he did, especially against an offensive line who a lot of people say is the best offensive line in the country year in and year out. I mean, Chase Young is just so special, and in my mind, is going to go down as the best defensive end in Ohio State history.
I think Saturday was one of those games, that they throw around the cliche, the Heisman moment.
Yep.
I mean, everyone was watching this game. It was the highest-rated game in the country on Saturday. Chase Young finishes with 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 5 tackles for loss in a game against a top 25 opponent. Like, everyone in Columbus, that we watch him all the time, we knew how special he was. But on paper, his numbers didn't look like, okay, they're otherworldly. Well, he's rotating, blowouts every single week. People throw these other guys that get to play 75 snaps in the mix. Chase Young wasn't doing that, so he finally had an opportunity to go play almost a full game, and my goodness, look what he did.
He did. I mean, you saw him rotate the least amount on Saturday than he has in
Cooper
the past
out,
games.
Tyler Friday out.
You're right, but this is a guy who answered the call, so to speak, right? This is a guy that knew, hey, this was a big-time running offense, right? This wasn't a team that's going to line up 5 wide, and I'm going to have an all-out pass rush each and every play. This is a guy who knew going into the game he had to play physical at the point of attack, and especially in the run defense, and you saw that each and every day. And I think, yes, the 4 sacks, the strip sacks, all of that are huge, and everyone sees it, and those, that's what everyone takes notice of. But I even take more notice of the way that he played the run the entire game. He was physical. He got the offense linemen back on their heels. He set the edges. I mean, he did everything he was supposed to do, play in and play out on Saturday, and I think that's what makes him the best player in college football.
Chase Young, still special. Zach Boren breaking it down for us on Lettermen Row on BuckIQ. Let's roll the tape. All right, Zach, these are my all-time favorites to break down with you. You get so excited for Chase Young. And I get so excited to cover him because he's just a special guy. This might be the easiest one he gets, an assist there to Robert Landers, but this was the start of a huge day.
It was. This was his first sack of the game, but like you said, first one, maybe the easiest one. But here, I mean, you just kind of knew something was brewing, right? The way the game set up, you just saw Chase Young, as the game went on, get more and more dominant. And here you go. You saw it early, right? That they're going to be chipping with him the entire game. The running backs coming in here essentially can't do anything. You see Chase Young take on 2 guys, blow these guys back up. It frees up Robert Landers to come around the side. Robert, you got to make the sack, big man, but he does it. But Chase Young gets his first one of the day, and like I said, sets a tone early on.
It's a mindset. I recently sat down with Larry Johnson and Chase Young to talk about these double teams, and it's hard to get used to the fact that you're going to deal with that much muscle mass every week.
It is, but look what he's able to do. They teach us, look, he's able to get on the inside of number 71 right here, right? As soon as he gets the inside and gains leverage, you see how strong he is with this arm, and he just pushes it back. It's the same arm, and Jonathan Taylor's a strong back, right? Everyone's been talking about. He's a strong dude. That is one arm pushing back on an offensive lineman and Jonathan Taylor and getting right back in the quarterback's face. I mean, then he spins back, feels it, spins back, and makes the sack right there.
Chase Young was helping Robert Landers get one there, and he couldn't finish it, so Chase Young will take it. This is just Chase Young at his best.
I mean, I love this. I love this pass move. It is a double. Look at this. Just both hands right to the tackle's chest, pushes him back, is able to then club and get off. Look, I mean, that is just strength. Look at him be able to get that offense lineman off balance, both hands right to the chest, clubs it, comes over, splits another double team, sack. I mean, there are only maybe a couple guys on one hand, you can count them on one hand, who can do this in the NFL, let alone college football. I mean, this is a grown man move, and this is a 6'6", 330-pound offensive lineman, and Chase Young is just manhandling.
And supposed to be one of the best offensive lines in the country, double teaming this guy to no effect. He never slowed down for the entire game.
He did not. I mean, he's throwing on a showcase, right? Of you saw his strength on the first 2. Then his next 2, you're going to see more speed, right? I mean, he literally pulled out every single move. No one can stop him because you don't know if he's going to go 2 hands straight to your chest, get you off balance, or if he's going to beat you with speed. He's got every move in the arsenal. And yes, I love the Bosa boys, right? Any brothers who play for Ohio State, gotta love them, right? And I know Ohio State fans love the Bosa brothers, but the Bosa brothers had like one move that they went to. Chase Young, I've never seen someone who's got so many different moves in the arsenal, whether it be, two hands to the chest with his strength, whether it be speed, whether it be his up and under, whether it be his spin move. Like, he's got so many moves in the arsenal, he's unblockable.
Yeah, it would have been crazy to think if Nick Bosa had stayed healthy last year as Chase Young continued to develop, then when he got healthy with the ankles, sort of a what might have been for Ohio State a year ago in that defense. But can't worry about that now. This defense is playing dominant, and this is one of the funniest ones of the day.
Oh, this is my favorite one. It's 4th and 8, right? Here's what I find it funny, right? Yes, everyone's saying, hey, Wisconsin, how do you put a tight end just on Chase Young? If you look at it, the running back's really supposed to come over here. It's supposed to be a double team, but you can see he wants nothing to do with Chase Young. He quickly looks over here and goes, hey, buddy, you're on your own. I'm coming back. I'm going to act like one of these linebackers are blitzing. And Chase Young, this is where you see him with speed. I mean, he knows, hey, I could beat this guy with my strength, with what I just, did in number 71. But here, I'm going to get off the ball. It's 4th and 8. I'm going to do my job. I know my linebacker's got the inside. I'm going to dip my inside shoulder. I'm going to rip this arm, rip through it. And guess what? Get the corner, put my foot in the ground, and close here on the quarterback. And my goodness, 4th and 8, 24-7. I mean, Chase Young, have yourself a day.
This was one of the things that I really learned from Larry Johnson. If you go back to the snap there, and the first step for Chase Young, when he was coming out of high school, he was taking sort of a false step. He wasn't getting this penetration. Now you look, this first step and where it goes, how quickly he gets into the backfield, and how far ahead he is, even against really...
We've talked about this all year long, right? Chase Young's first step, when you look at this, I mean, the quarterback's just getting the ball, and he is 2 or 3 yards in the backfield already. I mean, that shows you how quick he is. We've shown clips where the Ohio State's defensive line is very strong, but some guys will be a yard in the backfield, and Chase Young's 3 or 4 yards, right?
Yeah.
His first step is what makes him so dangerous, because at the same time, that first step, when he used that strength move, when he gets his hands inside on an offense tackle, getting on them right away is what makes him so good. Like, when you are on someone so quickly, and you can either go with strength or speed, and you're on them right now, it's impossible for them to sit, and they call it post, right? When you're an offense tackle, when a guy posts on you, they need time to post on you. And he gets into someone so quick and has a game plan with what he's doing, he's unblockable.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3 sacks for Chase Young.
I think we've got one more.
He was chasing that school record single game. Hey, maybe he'll try and break it next month in November, who knows? But he wound up with 4 in this one. Johnny Simon, your former teammate, he did that. Bobby Carpenter. Here's number 4.
I mean, this is just unbelievable. I mean, you want to talk about speed again? Look at this. We talk about this, right? Ball snapped, and if you go back, pause it. I mean, these guys are 1 yard in the backfield. Chase Young's almost 4 yards deep. I mean, this is essentially what he's able to do. The quarterback literally is in his first step back, first drop step. And Chase Young has already beaten the edge. And at this point, I mean, the Wisconsin quarterback wanted nothing to do with Chase Young.
You can see it in Jack Cohn here. You were saying this earlier the first time you saw it. Is he throwing that? He's just trying to get out of the way.
Listen, I'm at the game. I thought he chucked it. I thought he said, hey, I'm going down and just chucking it. But then if you watch it, Chase Young's hand hits it. I mean, at that point, Wisconsin wanted nothing to do with Chase Young. The only thing I'm going to say, Pete Warner, man, big guy, take it to the house, right? I mean, you only get this option so many times. I mean, there's this chance. So, but look, I mean, if you look, the offense tackle, yes, there's a raindrop here. It was really wet on Saturday, but you can see he has no time to even get back in a slide protection because Chase Young is so quick. I mean, look at this. He takes one step, and Chase Young is already back behind him. Literally, the offense tackle took one step with his right foot, takes one step, and Chase Young's past him. I mean, that get off is what makes him the best player in college football, and in my mind, probably the best edge rusher to ever come out of Ohio State.
That's a mouthful, but it's hard to argue with it right now. The way Chase Young is playing, 4 sacks against Wisconsin, definitely in the Heisman race now. And one of my favorite things, having Zach Boren in to break down pass rush with Chase Young on Lettermen Row, BuckIQ. For Zach, I'm Austin Ward. We will see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Letterman Live. We've got the practice report. We got rapid reaction. Hey, and we got BuckIQ with Zach Boren.
For sure. We got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.